Hello everyone. Today, we will talk about the history and origins of Easter, a holiday celebrated with great excitement by millions of people around the world. Easter is one of the most important religious holidays for Christians, commemorating the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus. However, the origins of Easter go back to pre-Christian times and are related to the traditions of different cultures. In this video, we will examine how Easter came about, how it became intertwined with Christianity, and how it has evolved throughout history. We will also look at the different Easter traditions and celebrations around the world. By learning more about the origins and historical processes of Easter, we can better understand why this holiday is so special and what it means to people. Are you ready? Let's start our interesting journey on the history and origins of Easter. Now let's take a closer look at the origins of Easter. The origins of Easter go back to pre-Christian times and are based on the religious and mythological beliefs of ancient cultures. The name originates from the Old Anglo-Saxon goddess Eostre, who gave her name to a festival celebrating the arrival of spring, and the timing of Easter is also related to this festival. Another origin of Easter is rooted in the Jewish tradition. The word Easter, derived from the Hebrew word Pesach, is related to the Passover celebration, which tells the story of the Jews' departure from Egypt and their attainment of freedom. This holiday celebrates the escape of the Israelites from Egypt and their protection by God. In relation to Christianity, Easter is celebrated to commemorate the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus. The crucifixion and death of Jesus coincide with the 14th day of the month of Nisan, which is the day that the Jewish Passover festival begins. The resurrection of Jesus is celebrated 3 days later, on Sunday, which is Easter Day for Christians. The origins and historical processes of Easter contain both the traditions of pre-Christian times and the fundamental events of the Christian faith. This is why Easter has a special meaning for people with different cultural and religious backgrounds, and their ways of celebrating this important day are based on these origins. Now let's focus on the importance of Easter in the context of Christianity and how this religious holiday is celebrated. For Christians, Easter is one of the most important religious holidays, commemorating the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The resurrection of Jesus plays a central role in the Christian faith, as this event demonstrates that Jesus is the Son of God and provides hope for the forgiveness of sins. Easter's importance in Christianity and its celebration style can vary according to sections. For example, Catholics, Orthodox Christians, and Protestants celebrate Easter in different ways. Catholics, during Holy Week, various events are organized to remember Jesus' last days. On Maundy Thursday, Masses are held in memory of Jesus' Last Supper, while on Good Friday, the crucifixion and death of Jesus are remembered. On Easter Sunday, the resurrection of Jesus is celebrated and special masses are organized. Orthodox Christians. In the Orthodox tradition, the history and celebrations of Easter are different from Catholic and Protestant traditions. According to the Orthodox calendar, Easter is usually celebrated 1 to 5 weeks after the date celebrated by Catholics and Protestants. Orthodox Christians also remember the important events in Jesus' life during Holy Week, and on Easter night, they organize a big and magnificent Mass to celebrate Jesus' resurrection. Protestants. In the Protestant tradition, Easter celebrations are generally simpler and more introspective, focusing on Jesus' resurrection. Easter services in Protestant churches are celebrated with songs, hymns, and readings from the Holy Bible. Although there are differences in the importance of Easter and its celebrations among sects in Christianity, what is common among all Christians is sharing this important holiday in memory of Jesus' resurrection. When we look at the historical evolution of Easter, we can see how the first Christians celebrated Easter and how this holiday has evolved over time. The first Christians started celebrating Easter in memory of Jesus' death and resurrection, but at that time, there was no clear date or celebration style. In the first centuries, there were debates among Christians about when Easter should be celebrated. Some Christian communities celebrated Easter on the 14th day of April in memory of Jesus' death, while others preferred to celebrate Easter always on a Sunday in memory of Jesus' resurrection. In the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, this disagreement was resolved. The council decided that Easter should always be celebrated on a Sunday and suggested that this date should be the first Sunday after the spring equinox and the first full moon. This decision provided unity among Christians in terms of the timing of Easter and established today's Easter date. The evolution of Easter throughout history is important in terms of both the celebration style and the meaning of the holiday. The Easter celebrations that have continued from the first Christians to the present reflect the unity of Christian communities and their beliefs in Jesus' resurrection. Also, examining how Easter has changed over time and how it has been adopted in different cultures helps us better understand this important holiday's universal value and rich history. Let's take a look at the different Easter traditions and celebrations around the world. Easter is celebrated by different cultures and communities worldwide, and each has its own unique traditions. Here are some examples. In the US and Europe, the most common symbol of Easter is the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny is believed to bring candies and gifts to children. In these regions, Easter egg hunts and other activities are organized, and children search for colorful eggs hidden in gardens and homes. In Greece, Orthodox Christians celebrate Easter with great excitement. On Easter night, special ceremonies are held in churches to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. Greeks also play a game called Sougrisma, using red-dyed eggs. This game aims to test which egg is more durable by colliding two eggs. In the Philippines, a special ceremony called Salubong is held on Easter. This ceremony represents the reunion of Jesus with his mother Mary after his resurrection. In Salubong, the statues of Jesus and Mary participate in different processes and finally come together in a place where the resurrection of Jesus is celebrated. In Italy, Easter celebrations are filled with traditional foods. Italians prepare a duff-shaped cake called Colomba di Pasqua and a dessert called pastiera for Easter. In some regions, parades with torches are organized on Easter Sunday. These examples show how Easter is celebrated worldwide and demonstrate how different cultures come together around a common belief and meaning. This diversity emphasizes the universality and importance of Easter and shows how special this religious holiday is for people around the world. Today, with the information we shared with you, we have seen the origins of Easter, its importance in the context of Christianity, its historical development, and the various celebrations around the world. This important religious holiday is a universal moment where different cultures and beliefs come together and celebrate hope, love, and rebirth. Gaining more knowledge about the roots of Easter can help us better understand its rich history and universal value. Regardless of whether one is Christian or has a different belief, everyone can be inspired by the message and celebrations of Easter. We hope that this video has contributed to your understanding of the importance of Easter and how it is celebrated around the world. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, please share your thoughts on Easter traditions and celebrations in your culture in the comments section. Happy Easter to all!